So it's 5 in the morning right now. I just finished my morning routine. So I did my Bible study. I ate my first meal, which is the same every single day. And I also did my journaling, cleaned my room, drank my water, all that stuff. And it's so crazy to me because 2 years ago, if you would have told me I was waking up at 4:30 in the morning, I would have called you fucking insane because my life 2 years ago looked a little something like this. I would wake up around noon. I would scroll on my phone and lay in bed for a couple hours. I'd drag my ass to the gym. I'd skip all my classes. And then I'd hit the bong for hours and hours and hours. And then I would stay up on my phone until 2 in the morning. And then finally pass out after scrolling for hours and hours and hours. And this cycle went on for so fucking long. All that I could do was scroll, smoke, eat, and I went to the gym. The only part of self-development I had was going to the gym. Beyond going to the gym, there was nothing to be proud of in my life. And I used to think that I was completely fine because I went to the gym. I used to think, like, yo, I have a good mindset because I work out and I'm going to the gym and that's good. And that was the only thing that I was doing to push myself forward. That's it, right? I had an okay body. I had a decent mindset. No, I didn't. But I didn't have any of these things going for me because I was only putting effort into one area of my life, and that was my workouts. I was working out, and that was it. And I wasn't even going full-fledged in my workouts. I was half-assing the shit. I would leave early. I would cut sets short, and I truthfully did not want to succeed. I could have sat there and told myself I wanted to succeed, but my actions proved that I didn't want to be successful. I didn't have a good enough mindset to be successful. This went on for a very long time, and genuinely, I just felt so ashamed of myself. I would look at myself in the mirror and want to change so fucking bad, but I didn't even know where to start. I didn't even know what to do. I didn't know how to make that change. And I didn't understand how there were all these other people around me that were so successful. I didn't know how people could wake up at 5 in the morning. I wanted to be a pro bodybuilder. I didn't understand how there were like all of these guys who were just in such better shape than me. I didn't understand how there were these guys that were so much more successful than me and so much more wealthier than me. And this went on for so long because my routine was a fucking joke. I couldn't stay away from weed. I was literally chronically addicted. I was just smoking and smoking and smoking, and I didn't have anything going for me. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. All I knew is that in that moment, I wanted to sit there, I wanted to smoke weed, I wanted to get high, play video games, and do nothing with my life. And that's all I wanted to do. And now, obviously, I'm able to wake up at 5 a.m., I'm able to do all of these things. I'm able to go to the gym consistently. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't scroll on my phone. I don't play video games. I eliminated all of those vices, and I live a life where I'm finally confident in myself. For once, I'm finally confident in myself. And to get there, it's not an easy path. I'll be blatantly honest with you. But what you need to understand, the chosen ones aren't chosen. They choose themselves. Do you think professional bodybuilders, Chris Bumstead, do you think he was chosen to be the greatest bodybuilder of our generation? Do you think that Bill Gates, do you think he was chosen to be one of the wealthiest men of all time? No, they fucking chose themselves. All the successful people, all the jacked people, all the people that are living the lives that you want to live, they chose themselves. Nobody else chose them. It was on them, and they made the decision. They made the decision to wake up and pursue something greater each and every single day. And I need you to understand that you and I, we both have that same capability in that. We both have all the ability to do that, but you're going to sit there and say you're a victim. You're going to sit there and say you're not meant for success. You're going to sit there and say you were not chosen and somebody else has to choose you. You need to choose your fucking self because nobody's going to do anything for you. Nobody's going to make that decision for you. No one's going to push you to be better if you don't even push yourself to be better. When I was in that situation and I had nothing going for me, I was smoking every day. I sat down and thought to myself, like, what am I capable of? Who am I? What am I supposed to do with my life? Because I didn't even understand who I was or what my purpose was. And the way I fixed that was I literally sat down and I wrote down everything I wanted to be. And now what I do is I live life like that person, right? The person you want to be. You need to fucking dress like them. You need to talk like them. You need to act like them. You need to be the person that you want to be down the line. You need to take the actions of that person each and every single day if you want to actually become that person. The key to building a successful mindset is to have the mindset that you are already there, that you are already successful. If you do not have the mindset that you are already fucking successful, you will never be it. I sit here right now and I'm sitting here on a fucking college campus in my car. And I envision myself in a fucking Miami penthouse. I envision myself being in 10 times better shape. I live the life of somebody who's doing that. I don't live the life of somebody who's in college and complacent with where they're at. Fuck no. I live my life as somebody who's always striving to be better. And that's what I did from the very start. I may have been addicted to weed. I may have been addicted to all these vices. But I realized that my life was so shitty because I wasn't living like somebody greater. I started living my life the way I do now. I started telling myself that if I wanted to be these great things, I had to wake up at 5 a.m. 4 a.m. Sorry. I had to wake up that early. I had to go to the gym every day. I had to quit smoking. I had to quit drinking. I had to quit scrolling. I had to quit porn. I had to quit all these things. I had to, because if I wanted to become that person, they didn't have a place in my life. The person that I wanted to be was not some fucking weed porn loser. Like, you can't tell me that is the person you want to fucking be. You have to understand that if you're not taking the actions of the person you want to be, you will not become that fucking person. I cannot stress this enough. The chosen ones are not chosen, they choose themselves. And you have not chosen yourself once. That's why you're watching a video on how to fix your fucking mindset, because you've never chosen yourself. You've never sat down and said, okay, I am willing to be successful. You have to be willing and accepting of your success. The first thing you need to do is sit there and tell yourself and accept to yourself that I am meant for something more, because if you don't believe it, nobody else is going to. The key to starting is self-belief. If you don't have belief in yourself, if you don't choose yourself, nobody's going to fucking choose you. The person you are, the actions you take, they're applicable to every single area of your life. Everything you do needs to be the same. Everything you do fucking matters. You finish eating, wash the fucking dish. Instantly. You wake up, make your fucking bed. You go to the gym, work your fucking ass off. You do your cardio, do it till you fucking puke. Do those things to the utmost intensity and do those things to the greatest ability, because everything matters. This is applicable to everything in your life. You can't expect to progress and half-ass certain areas of your life. Half-ass nothing. You have to half-ass absolutely nothing. Because when you start to dip into those little things, I literally sit here and I tell myself, if I don't wash my fucking dish after I finish eating, my business is gonna crumble, my life is gonna crumble, my mindset's gonna crumble, I'm not gonna do shit. And I know that's so fucking stupid, but it shows that this literally applies to everything. Everything in your life. It needs to apply to the same principles. Every single thing it has to apply to. Because otherwise, more and more and more areas of your life are going to slip up. You have to want it so fucking bad. Mentality is about wanting it and understanding that you're choosing yourself. So if you truly are willing to choose yourself, you have to want this shit more than you want anything in life. You have to want it more than you want to breathe. You have to want it more than you want to wake up tomorrow. Because if you don't want it that bad, somebody else wants it more. I promise you, there is somebody in this world who is doing fucking better than you and has the exact same goals and ambitions as you. They had the exact same starting point as you. They are no different than you, except they are more successful. And do you want to know why they're more successful? Do you want to know why they're in a better position in life than you? Because they fucking chose themselves. Because they woke up early today and they didn't wake up hungover. I used to wake up hungover 3 days a week at noon and feel like complete shit and then lay in bed for the rest of the day. And that's why I wasn't fucking progressing. Those people who have the same goals as you, the same potential as you, yet they're further than you, all they did was choose themselves. All they did was understand that they were deserving of success. All they did was accept that they had the potential to be successful. And you haven't done that. You can't even sit there and tell yourself you're going to be successful. You might be able to tell yourself that. You might be able to sit there and say, hey, I'm going to be successful. But do you really mean it? Are you really able to look yourself in the eyes, look yourself in the mirror and say, I am doing everything I'm able to be successful. I am successful. I am deserving of success. And if you can't do that, you're never going to make the change, because you need to have that self-belief. You need to have that level of commitment to your future goals. Most people cannot sit there and say that they're able to do all these things. Most people cannot sit there and say that they're going to be successful. They might think about it. They might think about how they want to be successful. But they're never going to actually be successful. They never have that self-belief. You have to have fucking delusion if you want to succeed in this world. You have to be so delusional that you could literally look your parents in the eyes and tell them your greatest goal that seems so out of reach, maybe lose 100 pounds, maybe be a millionaire. If you told them that goal, they'd probably look at you so fucking wide-eyed, but you have to be able to say that goal with the confidence that you know you're going to achieve it. You have to be able to say that goal with passion, and you have to be able to say that goal with drive, because then you truly believe it. I can sit there and I can tell my family and my closest friends all of my deepest desires, everything I am going to achieve. Not that I want to achieve, that I'm going to achieve. And they might think I'm crazy. They might think I'm delusional, and that's a fucking great thing. Because most people will never have that mentality. Most people will never think they're meant for more. And if you're already this far into the video, then you're gonna be meant for more. Everyone has that same potential, and I've seen it time and time again. That's why so many guys in my program I've seen have literally completely changed their fucking life. Just from doing the systems I give them, just from working their asses off and falling back on me. I've literally seen dudes who had nothing going for them get to that desired reality, had nothing going for them, get to that desired body. And if they can do it, why can't you? If I can do it, why can't you? If somebody else in this world who has the same goals, the same experience, the same circumstance, everything is the same except they're somehow more successful, if they can do it, why could you not be able to do it? How could you not be able to do it? Because they have the same potential as you. All they fucking did was they chose themselves. All they did was they chose themselves. There is somebody else just like you who's achieved everything you want to achieve. And you're going to sit here and tell me you can't fucking do it? You're going to sit here and tell me that it's not possible for you? You're going to sit here and tell me that it's too fucking hard? It's supposed to be hard. How bad do you want to succeed? Do you want to be the person you are right now for the rest of your life? And if the answer is no, you need to take the actions of that person and understand that you will become that person. I have a philosophy, and this philosophy has completely changed my life. And it revolves around this tattoo right here. This tattoo, I don't know if the light can see it, but it says I am, right? Probably thinking like, oh, like what the fuck does that mean? It's just I am. It means I am everything that I say I am. It's a reminder that when I look at myself, when I look at my hand, when I'm writing my journal in the morning, the first thing I see is that tattoo, and that tattoo shows me that I am everything that I say I am. If I say I'm a millionaire, then I will become a millionaire. If I say I'm a professional bodybuilder, I will become a professional bodybuilder. Because once I truly, deeply believe that, once I look at that over and over and over again, and I repeat it and drill it into my fucking head that I am everything I say I am, then I will become that. I look at that every single day. Every single fucking day, I stare at this tattoo 100 times a day. I just repeat to myself, I am everything I say I am. And I know that sounds fucking crazy, but if you don't have that level of belief, if you don't have that level of repetition and commitment towards your goals, you'll never achieve them. You are everything you say you are. You are everything you believe you are. But only if you truly believe it. Only if you truly mean those words that you say. You have all the potential in this world. And you need to understand that building a mindset isn't like you're not going to have like some magic little switch that flips and you're like, oh, like I'm locked in now. No, what's going to happen is once you start to act like the person you want to be, and once you start to believe it from the bottom of your fucking heart, you'll become that person. You have every bit of potential as every other man in your circumstance. So what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with that potential? Are you going to sit here and be complacent with staying the exact same person? Are you going to sit here and be fucking complacent with who you are? Or are you going to make the change? Well, that was unfortunate. Are you going to make the change? Are you going to take the actions every day to become that man? And if the answer is no, then stop fucking watching motivational content and go scroll TikTok and live on with your fucking life. But if the answer is yes, you're in the right place. If the answer is yes, start taking those actions and start becoming that person, because as soon as you associate yourself with the man you want to be, that man will become you. I love you guys. I thank you so much for all the support. If you're still struggling, you still need help, my Instagram DMs are always open. And if you want to join the team, obviously the application will always be in the bio. I fucking love you boys. I'll see you soon.